Hello, this is Miss Goodwin. Today we are covering Objective 2.1.3, Finding Missing Angles. So the objective for today is that we can use angle relationships to find the values of missing angles. So we're going to be working with complementary angles, supplementary angles, and all the angle relationships when we have a transversal crossing parallel lines. Let's go ahead and get started. So first one here, we have what looks to be a set of complementary angles, which we can say equal 90 degrees. We know this one is 30 degrees, and we don't know what the other one is. So let's go ahead and solve for x. Well, to get the x alone, we got to subtract 30 from both sides. That gives us x equals 60 degrees. And we are done there. And that's all you got to do for that one. This next one looks a little complicated. We are given another set of complementary angles. But this time we have a variable. But let's do the exact same process. We have 4x plus 2x and set that equal to 90. 4x and 2x are like terms, so we just add the coefficients. 4 plus 2 is 6, keep the x, so now we have 6x equals 90. To get the x alone, we divide both sides by 6. This gives us x equals 15. We want to plug that in back in for 2x. So we got 2x, replace the x with 15, which gives us 30 degrees. And we are done with that one. Let's look at the next couple examples. Oh, now we have supplementary angles. So now I got actual numbers in them. But now we have supplementary angles. So supplementary equals 180 degrees. And we're going to repeat the exact same process we did up here, but instead of 90, we got 180. So we got 3x plus 6 plus 24 equals 180. And let's solve for this angle right here. But first, we want to combine like terms. So 6 plus 24 gives us 30. Let's subtract 30 from both sides. So now we have 3x equals 50. No, 150. Jumped ahead there. Divide both sides by 3. So now we have x equals 50. Plug it back into our original equation. 3x plus 6. Replace the x with 50. We get 150 plus 6, which gives us 156 degrees. And that is our answer. We got one more. Let's go ahead and solve for this angle. We got 2x plus 140 minus x equals 180. Combine like terms. We got 2x minus x. That gives us 1x. Plus 140 equals 180. Subtract 140 from both sides. That gives us x equals 40. Plug that into our original equation. 140 minus x becomes 140 minus 40, which is just 100 degrees. And we are done with that. Now let's look at a couple examples where we have a transversal crossing a set of parallel lines. So looking at this first one here, we have this angle and this angle. To me, these look like alternate exterior, which means they are congruent. So I am going to just set them equal to each other. which means that this angle is 40 degrees. So congruent angles are equal. And we are done with that one. Let's look at the next one. We have this angle 55 and this angle of x. These look like consecutive interior. Which are supplementary, which means they equal 180. So we're going to treat this just like we did up here and do 55 plus x equals 180 and solve for x. So subtract 55 from both sides. You get x equals 125. And we are done with that. Now these next two examples do have some variables in them, but we could treat them exactly the same way. So we have 20 minus x and 140 plus 2x. These are alternate interior, which means they are congruent. So I can set them equal to each other. So 20 minus x equals 140 plus 2x. I'm going to go ahead and add x to both sides. And at the same time, let's subtract 140 from both sides. So on this side, we have negative 120. The x's cancel out. On the right-hand side, 140 cancels out, and we got 3x. Let's divide both sides by 3. We got negative 40 equals x. And we want to add this to, we want to solve for the angle. So let's do 140 plus 2x, replace the x with negative 40. One 2 times negative 40 gives us negative 80. 140 plus negative 80 is 60. So this angle is 60 degrees. And because they are congruent, this angle is also 60 degrees. Okay. We have one more example. Let's look over here. We have what looks to be a linear pair, which makes them supplementary, which means they equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to repeat the process. 120 plus 2x plus x equals 180. Combine like terms, we get 120 plus 3x equals 180. Subtract 120 from both sides. We get 3x equals 60. Divide both sides by 3. We get x equals 20. We could plug that in back into our original equation. So we want to find this angle, 120 plus 2x. Replace the x with 20. We get 120 plus 40, which is 160. So this angle is 160 degrees. And for good measure, we know x equals 20, so this is 20 degrees. And that is all you have to do for this one. So go ahead and summarize your notes and get started on the practice assignment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in class, through email, or through Canvas. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.